All right, my beautiful students, let's talk about how to thread a needle today. So I'm using a big plastic needle. You guys are going to be using your little metal ones with actual string. I'm going to use this big one just because it shows up on the camera really well, okay? So here's our needle, and we need to thread this thing with our string, and this little hole is where we're working, and that's the eye of the needle. Now, sometimes you get a piece of string and you're like, cool, I'll thread it in there, and it's not going in, okay? There we go. The end of string can get kind of frayed like that, and it kind of fuzzes out, and a tiny little bit of fuzz can actually prevent your string from going into the eye of the needle. So, to fix this, it's a very fun thing to do. Give it a good soak, okay? It's normal. And then snip the end of it, okay? And then you have a nice clean edge to put right into the eye of the needle. There you go. You can shove it in there and you're good to go. Okay. Now, when you're getting ready to sew, you want to look at what you're going to sew and make sure that you have enough. I'm not going to cut off this much of string because I won't be able to like sew anything. But I'm not going to pull and pull for miles because then that's way too much string to handle. So depending on what you're sewing, you just have to kind of eyeball it. But as an example, here you go. I'll go with about this much string. There you go, okay? And just snip off the end. Wonderful. All right, now the last thing to do is to just put a little knot at the end of our string. So I think you can figure this out, but create a little loop like that and then just pull the ends through. Just like anything else, make a knot. There you go. And I try not to like pull real tight because I actually want the knot to stay a little bit big, because when I'm pulling it through, if this knot is super tight and small and I'm pulling my needle through fabric, the knot might also go through the fabric, and that's not very conducive to sewing because we need the string to actually stay in the fabric and not just pull all the way through. So that's pretty much it. That's how you thread a needle.